Now, here's a short story about a husband who handles things like a boss upon just 4 weeks ago finding out that his wife's having a full blown affair. And instead of handling things like most guys do, this guy actually tracks down her affair partner, and it turns out that guy had no idea she was married. Absolutely, and they work together. And now the wife's having a full blown meltdown because the guy's done with her. He's become completely indifferent to her, and it's making her crazy. Titled, I finally learned the truth, and somehow it was even worse than I imagined. And a shout out to Albert for sending in this story. And oh, yes, gentlemen, come check out the men's community I have over on Patreon or Locals. A lot of guys have signed up. It's going really well. We're all having a good time over there. You can come over there and check it out for free, become a free member or paying supporter, and get all my stuff over there, commercial free and in advance. And of course, exclusive videos 2 to 3 times a week. For all you guys that get fed up with all the censorship over there, you can talk and do whatever you want. Chat with me, chat with the guys. It's going well. And again, a shout out to all you guys that have signed up and really enjoying chatting with you. So the story starts off, says here, about 4 weeks ago, my life fell apart. I discovered that my wife had been having an affair. When I confronted her, she told me he was an old friend and that what started as an innocent friendship had simply gotten out of hand. Really? She said innocent friendship? As painful as that was to hear, I wanted to believe it because it seemed easier to accept that than the alternative. We sat down and talked for 7 hours. She cried, apologized, and told me she wanted to save our marriage. 7 hours? 7 freaking hours? That's pain and suffering. We made a very simple agreement. She would cut all contact with him, block him, and we would start trying to rebuild trust. I wasn't asking for perfection. I was asking for honesty. Dude, there's no going back from this, and there's no way she's going to stop talking to him, but he'll learn real quick. The very next day, she refused to show me her call logs. You want to save this marriage, you're going to show me everything, honey. Eventually, she admitted she had contacted him again. That's when I realized she wasn't choosing our marriage. She was choosing to keep him in her life. Yeah, because by you willing to give it a shot, saving the marriage, she knew instantly she had you. That's why she's pulling BS. As more and more pieces came together, the truth got worse. The affair hadn't simply gotten out of hand. It had been a physical affair for the entire 7 months. 7 months of hooking up and lying and plotting and scheming. But she'll say, it was a mistake. The business trip that she told me wasn't about. It was not really a business trip at all. She went there specifically to be with him. Every new discovery erased another part of the story that I had believed. I couldn't stop wondering how someone I loved so completely could lie so convincingly. Brother, get in line. You are not alone. I'm sorry it's happened to you, but I guarantee there are guys around the world shaking their head like, oh God, yep, happened to me. They're great at being convincing. Well, recently I decided to contact the other man. I wasn't looking for revenge, I wanted answers. What I learned shocked the both of us. She had lied to him too. He told me they hadn't been old friends at all. They met on an SCX app that completely destroyed the story that she'd been telling me since the beginning. He also realized that many of the things she had told about her life and our marriage were not true either. I believe this guy. A lot of times guys end up with gals and they have no idea they're married or have boyfriends or fiancés and they just want to fool around. Once we compared our stories, it became obvious we had both been manipulated. After learning the truth, he ended the relationship with her immediately. Well, good for him. Now watch how this plays out. How do you think she's going to react when her lover kicks her to the curb? Because she's probably thinking, hey, I get this guy no matter what. Ironically, she's now upset with me because he broke things off with her. Really? The husband here's the bad guy here? No accountability. Somehow I'm the bad guy for telling him the truth, even though I wasn't the one who spent months lying to 2 different people. That has been one of the hardest things to understand. Instead of accepting responsibility for her choices, she's angry because the truth cost her the affair. Again, let's all say it. Women and accountability. We've now agreed to divorce. She's moved out, and I'm trying to rebuild my life one day at a time. Some moments I'm angry, other moments I'm just sad. I've gone through years of photos, deleting memories, realizing that while I believe we were building a life together, she was living a completely different life. That hurt more than what I can describe. Yeah, I mean, again, he thought he was building a life with her. I had a great wife. I gave her everything, my heart, my soul, my money. And this is what she does? This is not my first experience with betrayal, but I truly believe this marriage was different. I gave everything, I trusted her, and I loved her without reservation. Again, brother, get in line, but you will get over this, and you will be all the wiser. I'm not hearing anything about kids, so thank God there's no kids in this situation. The biggest lesson I've learned is that you can't build a marriage with someone who's committed to protecting their lies. Eventually the truth always comes out, even if it takes longer than it should. Guys, after 48 and a half years on this planet and covering thousands and thousands of stories, in my own experience, yes, the truth always comes out. I'm still grieving the marriage that I thought I had, but at least now I'm grieving reality instead of a story I was told. Now on to a little update, and you guys will appreciate this. So his original story was about 2 weeks ago, and this update was 4 days ago. He says, so an update to my ongoing saga. Last night she asked me to meet her for dinner because she wanted to talk. She told me she wanted things to go back the way they were. Yeah, how convenient that she wants to do that now that her lover is out of the picture. Imagine the timing. I told her the truth. Going back would be a lot of work. Trust has been destroyed and rebuilding it would not be easy. But I told her that if she genuinely wanted to work it out, I would be there with her. Smack, smack, smack. Don't worry, guys. Our guy doesn't go down this path. No way in hell would I meet her. The only reason she's back is because her options are gone. Then she said she wasn't sure she really wanted it. But then came the part I honestly couldn't believe. She tried to explain that it's hard for her because she's still grieving the loss of her relationship with the other guy. Holy crap. This chick's mind is all over or her emotions are all over the place. That's when I laughed out loud. Not because this was funny, but because after everything that's happened, I suddenly realized how ridiculous it was for me to sit there waiting for someone who wasn't even sure she wanted me, while she was mourning the relationship she had with a man that she cheated with. Thank you. I know you're obviously done with her, but still, it's like you had to have that conversation with her just to see. Yeah, she doesn't care about you, man. So I got up and I walked out. Good for you. Oh, that drove her crazy. She wasn't expecting that. I left her sitting at the bar all by herself. And here's the crazy part. I feel fucking great this morning. I bet you do. Good for you, man. For the first time in a long time, I did not beg. I did not plead. I didn't try to convince her to choose me. I didn't let fear of losing her make me abandon myself. Good, you're having self-respect. And watch how she reacts. I gave her an honest opportunity. She couldn't tell me if she wanted it. So I chose myself. And honestly, that felt incredibly empowering. That is empowering. I'm sure there'll be hard days ahead, but this morning I woke up feeling something I haven't felt in a while. Self-respect. He said, peace. And I'm going to read a couple comments he puts in the comment section to show that drove her crazy. But I want to point something out, guys. It's amazing to me. I believe all guys out there, even the most pea-whipped, simping, blue pill nice guys with man buns, have it somewhere deep down inside to man the F up. To basically grab their birthright, if you will, and be the men they were always meant to be. It's in there. And it's interesting how a lot of these stories, when the guys are cheated on and treated with disrespect and all this bullcrap goes for so long, and they take it for the various reasons, and finally they have enough. And they begin acting like the man they were deep down inside. And it's amazing the results it has on the women who've done them wrong for so long. But they're done. End of story. And here are the couple comments. He says, minor update just now. She's already trying to come crawling back. She just texted me, I don't want a divorce, and I never did. I just don't know how to navigate all this. And another thing he says here, one guy responds, amazing, what was her reaction when you just left her at the bar? And he says here, she couldn't believe it. She blew up my phone with calls and texts for hours until 1 o'clock in the morning. Started back up again this morning. I've got her silenced, though, so she can keep it up as long as she wants. It won't bother me at all. See? She is chasing after him because she knows he's done. And he's acting like a freaking man. I bet you she's more turned on by him than she probably was their entire marriage because he just walked out and left her. And he's done with her. So it goes to show you, guys have it in them. Now, obviously, he's done with her. And I like the fact that he reached out with her lover and found out what was going on. But remember, guys, another little detail in the story here. You know, you get involved, you're a single guy and you're dating and hooking up, whatever. Do your homework, because you never know. Some guy can show up with a freaking weapon and find out that this girl you're hooking up with or just casually seeing or whatever, or maybe in a relationship with, has a husband, has a boyfriend. It happens. Right here's the story. I've covered plenty of them. But anyhow, good for him. He's moving on. I like that he walked out. He's going gray rock on her, and it's making her nuts. Good luck to this guy.